SS man noted the prisoner number on the violations report. Under Egon Zill, for example, prisoner functionaries, such as the Legal test, were instructed to deliver some 30-40 violations daily to the SS. 56. If a group of prisoners collectively violated a camp regulation, the entire group would have to kneel and then be beaten. For example, if they didn't call the name of any individual prisoner, then all the names would be noted on the violations report. Work crews were searched before and after work for contraband, such as a cigarette butt. The penalty for smaller things was corporal punishment or excessive exercise. A more serious violation such as sabotage or theft could merit a special treatment. After a violation report, the prisoner had to wait in limbo while the report was processed before finding out what his punishment would be, sometimes resulting in weeks or months of uncertainty. If a citation came back, the prisoner had to report for roll call and wait. The hearing took place in the jails. If the prisoner denied his guilt, he was often accused of lying, which meant additional flogging. In severe cases, prisoners were interrogated in the bunker until they confessed. At the end, came their verdict and the punishment, for example 3 or 25, see photo above. The camp commandant had to sign off on the sentence worked out by the interrogation officer. In cases such as corporal punishment, the inspector in Oranienburg had to approve the punishment. An SS camp doctor had to assess the health of the prisoner, but medical objections were rare. The prisoner had to go to before the infirmary and undress. The SS doctor walked through the rows of prisoners and the infirmary clerk recorded the opinion. A few days later, the sentence was carried out. The particular prisoners had to report for punishment and a functionary prisoner had to carry out the punishment. An SS guard unit attended the procedure. The rules stipulated that the following people were involved in carrying out punishment: the SS man or prisoner functionary who had filed the punishment report, the interrogation officer, the commandant, an SS doctor, an infirmary clerk, a unit of SS guards. Prisoner functionaries, who had to carry out the sentence, the inspector of the CCI. In some cases, Himmler himself. Nazi propaganda. Himmler cited the protracted procedure as alleged proof that SS concentration camps were absolutely run as orderly prisons that safeguarded against abuse. Cruelty, sadistic things, as are often stated in the foreign press, are impossible there. First, a live inspector of the entire SS camp system can impose punishment, not even the camp commandant. Second, the punishment is carried out by a company of guards so that there is always a platoon. 24 people are there. Finally, there is a doctor at the punishment, and a secretary. And so, you cannot have more rigor. Speech by Himmler to Wehrmacht officers 1937. 57. Breach of their own rules. The cumbersome, bureaucratic procedure obscured the trail of accountability. The complexity of the penal procedure did not lead to a reduction of violations. The penalty catalogue was unconstrained. Prisoners were often beaten without any violations procedure or they were killed by the punishment itself. Compliance with the penal procedure was not a given. For example, Margafara Egon Zill once ordered 2 men to implement the number of blows in a particular punishment. Although this doubled the number of blows given to the prisoner, the total was counted just once. 58. See also. Extermination through label. Glossary of Nazi Germany. List of Nazi party leaders and officials. List of SS personnel. Capo, concentration camp. Nazi concentration camp badges about the hierarchy and stigma of groups of prisoners, vis-a-vis guards. Informational notes. Historian Nikolaus Wachsmann avows that while Himmler provided the general direction for the later SS camp system, it was Ike who became its powerful motor. 8. This site is today the location of Topography of Terror, a Holocaust memorial and museum. Protective custody served two purposes according. Concentration camps. Inspectorate.